Hi everyone, it's Colette with Organizing by Oz, and welcome to Wednesday's Ask an Organizer. I am so glad that you have joined me for, I think this is our sixth week now, where you get 10 minutes to ask me an organizing question to hopefully help you do it yourself at home, or if you have any questions about how to set up routines, which is what we're going to be talking about tonight. Please start writing your comments in the little comment section below, and I will do my best to answer it within the next 10 minutes. So let's get started on tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is all about ongoing success. So often in the last couple weeks, I've had many clients ask me for a calendar system. So I'll go in, we will declutter, we will figure out places for new homes, and then the task of maintaining that space becomes a little bit more of a challenge. So how do we get into that workable weekly schedule where all your hard work that you've done, because it's a lot of hard work decluttering, making hundreds and hundreds of decisions to get your space organized, and then a week or two later it's back looking like it was before you had started. So what are some tips that you find helpful in terms of keeping your space maintained? Love for you to comment below and share them. I really want to try and create an environment here and a community where we can share ideas and hopefully help each other out. So one key tip for setting up a routine is to figure out what is going to work for you. So many of the families that I work with are so busy. You're up at 5, 5:30, 6, getting yourself into your routine, getting your kids ready, or you are a busy business person and you have calls already starting at 5 in the morning because you work internationally. So how do you get everything in? So I want to start with setting up what is your routine looking like? When do you have 15 to 20 minutes to do a task? So, for example, look at the people in your household. What are they able to do? Even kids as young as 2 can help tidy. You can get them into the routine of, hey, before we move into this next transition of our day, let's just spend 5 minutes tidying up and putting our toys away. And then giving them a timer. Hey, we have a few more minutes to do this. I'm setting the timer, and when it goes off, the kids get into the habit of, hey, I need to now clean up, and we're going to be moving into the next stage of our day. Same with adults. We tend to procrastinate. Well, hello, I do. Yes, I'm an organizer, but I'm really great organizing other people, and I love my organized home. But if there's something that I'm not really keen on, like washing the bathroom, for example, it's not going to really be high on my list of things to do when I have 15 minutes. However, I am going to set that routine going, you know what? Thursday night before I go to bed, I will have the bathroom clean. And if you can do one chore a day, it's not as overwhelming. So I'm going to share with you what my family does. After dinner, we all have a chore to do. Usually my husband cooks because thank God he's an amazing cook, or else we'd all have food poisoning if I cooked, or burnt food all the time if I cooked. So thankfully he cooks. My job is to clean up. So I put all of I hand wash any of the pots and pans. My daughter, she carries the dishes and puts them in the dishwasher and sweeps the floor. We all figure out lunches. So my husband will make the lunches. I get all the backpacks ready, and my daughter starts her homework. So we're all kind of pitching in and doing things together, and it's done in like 15, 20 minutes now. Now, when we first started doing this about, I don't know, 3, 4 years ago, it took a lot longer. Trust me, it took about an hour for us, and it took some little snippets of, hey, I already did this tonight, and it's your job to do this. And so what we did was a calendar. So I really suggest you use a calendar. Now, depending on how many members of your family are in your home, you might want to color code. So put out a calendar, color code the chores, color code the weeks. So it could be, hey, I'm a blue week, so anything blue is my week, week 1. Someone else might be the red week, a yellow week, green week, and look at all the chores you have to do in your household for the month. So is it taking out the garbage, taking out the recycling, taking out the compost, doing the laundry, cleaning the kitchen every day, doing the lunches, getting the backpacks ready, getting your work bags ready? Is it, what else do we do? Vacuuming, dusting, all those little things that take up time. But again, if everyone has a job to do, it won't take very long. So that's kind of like a family system idea. Now, if you live alone and you're working full time, and some of my families work 2 jobs, or some of my families have chronic health issues, and really, some days they can get out of bed and some days they can't. I want you to create your calendar your worst day. So if you have health issues, think about your worst day and try and figure out, on my worst day, do I have 5 minutes even? Usually we can find 5 minutes in a day to tidy up. And again, it's not about tidying the entire area. It's about where is it most. So it might be, you know what, I'm just going to clean the dishes from the night before, or I'm going to clean the dishes from breakfast and just get that out of the way. The biggest thing is you want to make sure you're not inviting critters into your home. So I always prioritize your kitchen is number 1. If you can do that every day, it'll prevent little ants and little friendly rodents coming to say hi. The second is the bathroom that's filled with germs. So again, for some of my clients who are sick, I just have the Lysol wipe container for them, and they just wipe it down every day. And then once a week, when they have a little bit more energy, they'll do a thorough clean, or they'll hire a cleaner to come and do that thorough clean. But every day they're just wiping down the knob, or they're wiping down the countertop, or the toothpaste area that has spilt. So they're keeping it maintained. And if you're just a normal, healthy adult that is living alone, you too need to figure out a maintenance system to keep your house tidy, so that you don't come home and get in the routine of just being so exhausted. Your house just becomes filled with clutter, and it slowly starts to get less and less tidy and less clean. So you really, again, as the single person, you need to figure out what you're doing in your day. When can you find 15 to 30 minutes, as I like to call them, my little Oz jobs, to kind of keep that routine going. So just to summarize some of the tips we talked about using a calendar for the family, using a calendar if you have health issues for your worst day. So again, if you can do 5-minute tasks, maybe 2 or 3 times a day, pretty soon your kitchen or your bathroom is going to be tidy. You can get into the habit of putting your coat away, putting your shoes in the same spot, putting your backpack in the same spot, your purse in the same spot. It's just going to be easier to maintain. As I've shown you in previous YouTube videos, I have a family command center. All of our mail, our keys, postage, like all of that we need, our pens and paper, they're all really easily able to be found. So just figure out a way that you think is going to work for you in terms of setting up that system. And if you live alone, again, think about what is feasible for you. Some of my clients are working 12-hour shifts, and really, by the end of the day, they just want to veg, and I totally get that. However, if you can even find 10 minutes before you go to bed, or the first 10 minutes when you get home, while you're cooking your dinner or whatever, just to kind of wipe things down, sweep the floor, take the garbage out, pretty soon you're just going to get into that habit, and it's going to be nice and easy to maintain. I hope those have been helpful for you. I'd love to hear your comments about what works for you in terms of maintenance, because that's the hardest part. You do all of this really hard work, get your home decluttered and organized and more functional, and then, like I said, a couple weeks later, it looks like you've done nothing. So feel free to comment below. I have another minute or so to answer any questions that you have. And if you have any topics for the future, please, again, let me know and send them out tomorrow, or send me a message. You can also find me, go to my Pinterest board. I have lots of organizing ideas for every room, every piece that you could think of, even your car, organizing your paperwork, organizing your kids' toys, organizing your clothes. Anything that you kind of need organizing wise is there. So check out my Pinterest account under Organizing by Oz. You can also find me on YouTube, so if you've missed the Facebook one, or you want to share this with other people, ask them to find me on my YouTube channel under Organizing by Oz. And we also have a Black Friday event happening until November 30th for my virtual course. So if that's starting in January for 4 weeks, and I'm going to be walking you through my do-it-yourself ebook, where you're going to be creating your own maintenance system. You're going to be figuring out how your home has got to the place it is, and you're going to be finding some really valuable insight into maintaining long-term. So until next week, I thank you for joining me. I hope you've had an amazing week so far, and I'll see you next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for my Ask an Organizer series. Until then, have a fantastic week.